How are you doing? Thank you for joining us today. My name is Adrian John with Reach. That's Real Estate Alliance Connection Hub. And today I have Melissa, your El Paso real estate girl.
Hi.
So today we're going to be talking about first-time home buyers.
So I started in real estate because I was always trying to buy a home in my 20s, and I would meet these real estate agents that wouldn't help me. And so I could never buy a house. So I thought if I start selling houses, maybe I can actually buy one. So now I specialize and I'm super passionate about helping first-time home buyers.
What is the process? What should someone first start to do as a first-time home buyer?
I get that question a lot, or I see like on Facebook posts where people are like, I want to buy a home, where do I start? So honestly, the first place to start is with a lender. But just choosing any random lender can get you in a lot of trouble because the lender is the most important part of your loan. You are going to be stuck with your house for 30 years or until you sell it. So you want to make sure that you have a lender who is going to explain things to you, especially as a first-time home buyer, and let you know your different options. So if you are ready, you might want to start with a real estate agent and have them refer you to a lender. That way you know that you're working with somebody who's really good.
What are some obstacles that you see first-time home buyers have to hurdle over?
So you're always going to have credit and income and not a lot of debt. So you want to look at those aspects and you want to make sure that your credit is good. The better your credit is, the less interest you're going to pay. But if you're just desperate to get into a home, there are some lenders that will work with you. I have one that will do credit scores as low as 500. But I always recommend my people to work on your credit, get it higher. There are some lenders that will do a credit simulation for you, so they will look at your credit and they will tell you exactly what to pay off so that you get your credit scores higher and you can qualify for a better loan.
So you mentioned credit. What is something that you're able to do to help get them on the right path with that?
So, like I said, if you do have credit problems, I have lenders that will help you and coach you through on how to get there. But if they are more serious, I do have credit repair specialists that I can refer you to that can help with that as well.
So it sounds like you actually have some trustworthy third parties that you recommend. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, so I've been here in El Paso doing real estate. I'm in my 4th year, and I've been really blessed by the people that I've met. I offer my clients the best, most quality care that I can give them. So I only want to work with people that are also going to take care of my clients at that level. So I have met just amazing people, lenders, title company, credit repair people, people that will help you like even after you get your home if you need like air conditioning, just anybody and everybody. I have met amazing people that I can refer my clients to.
So how do you help people transition from renting to buying?
So I'm really passionate about that because I was a forever renter and I couldn't get out of it. It was like I made just enough money to pay my rent, and I thought I would never be able to buy my own home because my credit was never there, or I never had thousands of dollars sitting in my bank account. So I just thought it was so undoable. But since I've been doing this, I see how realistic it is and how easy it actually is if you have somebody that will guide you through it and show you different options. So what I do a lot for my clients, especially 2023 and even now into 2024, is we've been finding sellers who are covering closing costs. And so the closing costs on a $200,000 home, your closing costs are like $7,000 to $8,000. That is money that is coming out of your pocket that doesn't go anywhere except paying the lender to give you the loan and paying the title company to do the deal for you. So it's $7,000 or $8,000 that doesn't go back into your investment or doesn't really help you. So if you can get a seller to cover that money, I think that is the biggest, most important chunk to get somebody else to pay. And then there's also down payment assistance programs. So what that does is you can borrow from the state of Texas, say, again, for a $200,000 house, it's about $7,000 down, that's 3.5%. So Texas gives you that money for your down payments. but it comes at a cost because it will make your interest rate go up a little bit. So you have to weigh your options. Do you want to take that money because maybe you don't have it and pay a little bit more of interest? Or on the flip side, if you do have your own money for down payment, you can also get into a program where the state of Texas will give you a lower interest rate. So they're now rewarding you for having your own down payment. So say you got your income tax back and you have $7,000, you're going to want to save that. You can use that for your down payment. Have a seller pay your closing costs. Now you are a good buyer because you can buy your home and you're getting a lower interest rate.
So, what has your experience been when people tell you that they're not qualified or they don't feel that they're able to buy a home?
So, I mean, some people aren't able to buy a home right away. Some people have some work to do. You do have to have 2 years of employment. So, even myself, when I got into real estate, I couldn't buy a home for 2 years. So, actually, some people, I have to help them rent a home until they can get there. But what I have found is most often it's more expensive to rent a home than it is to buy a home. And why is because think about the average rent in El Paso is $1,500 to $2,000 to get like a basic 3-bedroom, 2-bath nice home. So think about it this way. $2,000 your first month's rent, $2,000 for a deposit, and sometimes they'll even require a last month's rent. So you're looking at $4,000 to $6,000 to move into your rental, and then you're paying $2,000 a month. But when you buy a house at like 175, I just did a deal, and my client's payment was about $1,600. They did a deal where the seller paid all of their closing costs. They got down payment assistance. So when they went to close, they paid no money. They got their first month's free because when you buy a home, you're not going to get your first payment until 30 days after closing. So if you close in June, your first payment is not due until August. So they got their home for no money. They got their first month free, and now they're paying $1,600. So to me, like seeing this, what happens when you buy versus when you rent, it's a no-brainer on why buying is such a good option.
So, for first-time home buyers, what type of loans would they be able to get? If they're not military, that would take away the VA. So they would have FHA and conventional. Could you elaborate a little bit about that for your clients?
Yeah, so the majority of my clients go with an FHA loan. It's the lowest of the down payment. So you're going to do 3.5% down, which again, for $200,000, that's $7,000. So that's the one that most people work with. It also accepts a lower credit score. So as long as you're in between 580 to 620, you're pretty solid to get an FHA loan. Then there's a conventional loan, which you have to have a higher credit score to get. It's the 680. And the biggest difference with that is there's this mortgage insurance that on the conventional loan, it rolls off after you pay the loan down a little bit. And on the FHA loan, it stays there. So it will make your payment go a little bit cheaper if you get the conventional loan.
So it sounds like you're very knowledgeable. You have third-party vendors that you trust, and you're able to recommend to help them provide the same excellent customer service that you provide for them. So how do you manage the workload of something like that?
So I am a mom, I have a life, and I work really hard to keep everything balanced. And I've learned for me personally, I want to give my clients the best service I can. So what I've done is I will only work with 3 buyers at a time. So if you're my buyer, I will work with you until we get you under contract. And as soon as I get my buyer under contract, then that opens up a space for my next buyer. The reason I do this is because the El Paso market is very fast. You need to be on top of it when you are shopping for a house. What is available one day could be gone the next. So if you're working with an agent who's not answering their phones or is leaving you waiting, by the time you get to the house that you saw, it could be gone. I never want that to happen with my buyers. So I work with you and I give you, if you call me, I answer my phone. And so I found that 3 buyers at a time, 3 is my lucky number, but 3 buyers at a time just really gives me the flexibility to give my clients the best attention that you deserve because you're buying the biggest investment of your life and you deserve to be treated importantly.
Do you also offer the listing services?
I do. I love doing listings. Like I said, I feel like I bring an extra element to the game because I have really fantastic people that can help. So a lot of times when you're listing your home, you've got to get it ready to sell, unless you're selling as is. But most of the time, you want to get the most money that you can out of your home. So doing little things like fresh paint, making the yard look pretty, maybe doing minor repairs is going to get you more bang for your buck in the end. So I have amazing people that can step in and do those little projects for you if you need help. I've also found that staging my homes brings in more buyers and we get more money and we get it sold quicker. So I've started doing staging as an option as well. And so, yeah, I just love help. I love anything real estate, whether it's helping somebody rent a house until they can buy it or helping somebody buy their first home and then transitioning from your first home into your next home and selling that first home. No matter what it is, I'm just super passionate about it.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by. There was a lot of valuable information that you provided. And is there any last things that you wanted to say before we wrap everything up?
No, I just want to let El Paso know that whether you need help renting a house, buying a house, selling a house, I'm here to help you. I genuinely love what I do. I feel very blessed to help people through this such a big step in their life. And along the way, I just meet amazing people and make really good friends. I eat, sleep, and dream real estate. I wake up and I'm dreaming of real estate. So I know I'm in the right field. And yeah, if you want to reach out, if you have questions, I'm always happy to help you, give you information. My number is 303-834-2543. And yeah, your El Paso real estate girl, Melissa.
Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Adrian John, and thank you for being a part of this at Reach Real Estate.